I've not done this since 2019. Yeah, this used to be, we were starting to have a tradition with every 2 years doing the 24-hour plays.
The history of the 24-hour plays is that they've been going on for quite some time in New York City. The first time it was simply a matter of we wanted to do another production experience, but we didn't have enough time on the calendar. So we thought, well, the 24-hour plays just take one day. What I really like about the 24-hour plays and the difference that they provide for 24 hours, it's pretty much anything goes. As long as you're being creative and you're collaborating, everybody's idea works, and at the last minute we can change course and somebody can come up with a brilliant idea and lump it in the play. It stays very fluid.
I know they don't phrase it like this, but a lot of times it's expected, perfection. You're going to do this play, you're going to do this thing, you're going to build this set, you're going to work on costumes, you're going to do this tech to perfection. And I think that this is not about perfection, but it's not about being oh, you can be sloppy. It's about doing it right.
What ideas do I have for my script? Well, pretty much we just went in there and we had a big meeting about what we want the theme to be, which is close to home. Close to home, things about home, homecoming things. But what really got me is kind of the idea of home is kind of like a Jesuit community. I found an island in your arms. Is currently 5 a.m., so I've had a little bit of time to work on it. I started thinking, why not just do a sketch about Catholicism? I'd definitely say I fleshed out the characters more. It kind of it started out as just a couple funny bits, a couple funny jokes, and I feel I definitely developed a story with actual characters that I feel people could relate to. It's mainly just a fantastical story. It's about, am I allowed to say what it's about?
You're allowed to say.
I'm allowed to say what it's about? Okay. It's at the heart of it, it's an office. It's an office comedy. So the theme that we're doing for this year is close to home. And the way that my story relates to that is something that is close to home for the Jesuit community is the fact that we are a Catholic school.
So far, during the 24-hour plays, it's been a bit rough. Everyone's very tired and low energy, and we haven't really started the plays yet, so. I'm telling you, I think I'm really onto something here.
Doesn't matter, Steven. He never listens to us anyway.
You can just because I'm guessing at this point, this is my...
Hi, I'm Elliot Hunt. I am a director, and I'm directing Father, Son, and PR. My vision for my show, at least, is I grew up in a Catholic household, and obviously I go to Catholic school, and I think everyone can find some humor within the Bible. It is such a large book. For Father, Son, and PR, I'm gonna probably mainly focus on the physical aspect of the actors, and most likely there's a lot of jump cuts with lighting and sound. So I think the main thing for the show is going to be perfecting those jump cuts.
So my name is Melanie Rosales, and I play God in Father, the Son, and PR department, I think is what it's called. So how I'm feeling about the script so far is that my friend Noah, who wrote the script, is extremely talented, and I'm so excited to play such a fun character that he wrote for me specifically. I feel so honored. So our show is basically revolved around the creation of the earth, and it's basically a timeline from Abraham and Jesus, and it's basically this office where the angel Gabriel and Samuel are coming up with ideas along with the Holy Spirit that God basically gives a thumbs up or a thumbs down to, and they're just generating ideas for the earth.
Can you tell me what you're doing right now?
I have no idea. I'm currently working on lighting for the play that goes wrong. I'm really working with something that was left behind by another person. So it's...
My current thoughts on the show, I'm very intrigued. I think there's a few things that will be especially interesting when it comes to this production. Obviously, the short time frame is a really big one, right? Because we don't have time for perfection.
I'm setting sound cues for the show. A lot of it should be straightforward now that I've got all this in, but
I found an island in your arms.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god!
Full reset. I gave it one move.
What's changed play-wise since I first started writing my script is mainly just the implementation. I had the words down, I got those, I got all the plot, I got the characters down, but it changes so much when the director gets brought in just because of the physicality. There's so many things that I left to the director that adds so much to the show. It takes on almost like an entirely new form when you see it there. What was it like to see it like performed in full? Like, honestly, nerve-wracking, super nerve-wracking. I'm so nervous. I was not as nervous last night, not even close to as nervous. I think it's like handing it over to people is so nerve-wracking because it's like a thing that I made and now I'm giving it over to people and I'm really hoping that it just comes together in the end.
Right now, I feel like a lot of us are kind of stressed out. At first, we were doing like really well, and we were ahead of the other groups when it came to our cues and memorization. But as we come near, I think a lot of people are winding down and getting nervous. I think I have a pretty good handle on my lines and my cue, and so what happens, happens. You're stressing out over nothing, Samuel. I guarantee you. It'll be dealt with, and no one's gonna lose their job.
Good Lord.
What Samuel was trying to say is that we were just wondering what the thought process was about, flooding the earth and killing everyone.
Yeah, that.
And the good news is, though, your approval rating has jumped up to 100%.
Bad news? That's because there's literally just Noah.